A very good evening, my dear viewers. I am here again in this episode where I want us to talk about budget monitoring. Yesterday, we talked about budgeting, and I tried to explain to you why we need budgeting. This evening, I'm going to give you 4 key reasons why we need to monitor our budgets. Because I've realized that as an accountant that there are very many good budgets outside there that people come up with, but these budgets fail to achieve their intended objectives. Why? Because they are not monitored efficiently. So this evening, I'm going to be talking about 4 key crucial things that you must look out, that are very important for you, that you need to know about budget monitoring, why you should monitor your budgets. But what is budget monitoring? Monitoring of budgets is a continuous process. It is a process that is continuous in nature, but what are you doing? You are just looking at how expenditures and incomes are being managed in order to achieve the objectives of the organization. You are trying to see if the objectives, as far as why you came up with a budget, are being met. It is a continuous process. You do it on a daily basis. You keep on checking to see if actually what you budgeted for is what you are doing. It is done daily, it is done weekly, it is done monthly, it is done semi-annually, and it's done on an annual basis. So budget monitoring is a continuous process. That's why it is very important for us to understand the key reasons why we need to do budget monitoring. There are basically 4 that I want to give you this evening. 1, budget monitoring helps us to control finances and risk mitigations. So when I talk about that, there are key things we look at, which we must know when we talk about financial control and risk mitigation. What we must know under that is that it will help us to prevent overspending. Okay? If you overspend, it is a risk. My friends outside there who have done some compliance work, they know what I mean when I talk about risks. So when you monitor your budget consistently, it will help you to overcome risks of overspending. 2, it will help you to identify financial risks. Okay? Things like overspending is part of them. Things like fraud, you will know them very fast because you are tracking your budget. You will know that people actually spending off guard, okay? And then that will help you to do a corrective action on how to overcome such. The other thing you must know under that is that when you continuously do monitoring, it will help you to effectively allocate your resources. Take for instance, you had allocated money to a given maybe budget line. If it is a family, you have allocated money maybe to buying something. Maybe something, you have done a budget for many things, but you realize in the process that there are some things you can forgo for a moment. For instance, you budgeted to buy maybe a toy for your children, okay, for them to play at home with, but in the process you realize you are falling short of resources. Then you can say, no, this one can wait, this one can be postponed, and that is helpful to you. It can be an organization. You realize that you plan to do an activity today, but you see, according to plan, it may not be achieved, but you have a budget at hand, so you can reallocate that money. You can push it forward. Okay? So when you continuously do budget monitoring, it will help you to efficiently allocate your resources. That was the first one, financial control and mitigation. The second one you must be aware of is that budget monitoring helps us in accountability and transparency. Okay? If you are to demonstrate accountability, you must do a continuous or a routine follow-up, check-up of the budgets. That's when you can identify whether truly the funds are being accounted for rightly or not. Okay? When you do budget monitoring, it's going to help you to increase stakeholders' confidence. People will be confident in what you're doing. Okay? To show of transparency, the people you are serving will know that you are managing resources properly, and therefore it will increase stakeholders' what? Confidence. The other thing you must be aware of is decision making. When you do proper budget monitoring, decision making is gonna be easier for you at organization level, family level, and at individual level. The third category, or the third thing you must be aware of why you have to do budget monitoring is for goal achievement and performance improvement. Okay? The other thing you look at here, that when you do monitoring, it will support goal achievement. Okay? It will support goal achievement. It will enhance efficiency. Are you getting it? And it will facilitate performance among people. Why? Because they know they are being gauged, they are being appraised according to how they are managing their budgets. That's why you need to monitor these budgets. Then the other crucial thing you must be aware of is planning and future budgeting. When you properly monitor your budgets, okay, it will help you to inform future budgeting demands, future budgeting requirements. Why? Because you are consistently following up on how your budget is being implemented. So you can know what you need to do in the next period. Why? You are monitoring your budget. Okay? So still under planning and future budgeting, it helps you to improve on your cash flow management. You can only manage your cash flow manage your cash flows when you are knowing how your budget is being, fulfilled, how your budget is being spent, how your budget is being prioritized. The other thing you must be aware is that it enables you to do proactive planning. Why? Because when you monitoring your budgets, you can know that this is needed very early. This one can be deferred. This one, can wait. So it helps you to do proactive planning. I hope this message is going to be of importance to you. One thing I request you is to always share your friends, share to your families. Let them know why we need to do these things, because they are very helpful to us. I encourage you to do one thing always, is to keep sharing, keep subscribing, put in your comment. Let us help one another to improve on our finances. For us here at Focus Finances, we are interested in seeing everyone become a better person. Your business has become better, and all we shall enjoy together. See you again in my next video. Have a blessed evening.